So for this album, we worked remotely, mostly by email, some messages as well via Messenger, to try and convey what was needed. So Ryan would send me obviously the piece of music, but then he'd tell me what he was going for. So he'd say, "Can you go for this kind of sound? Can you play it exactly like this? Or I don't want it to have any extra feeling in it. Obviously, no trills, no string bends. Just keep it exactly to the guide track." So obviously that's quite easy, but when Ryan's got a specific sound in mind, it's very difficult to convey that. So sometimes he would say, maybe a guitarist that he likes, could I make the sound a bit like that? And then I wouldn't be very familiar with that guitarist. So I would be at a loss, and then we'd get to the point where we'd think maybe we need to be in the same room, because when you're in the same room, you look at the other person and you can there's a lot that you can communicate through looking at someone. It's not just through words. It's very difficult to get exactly how someone's feeling as they're writing words, especially in Ryan's case where, unlike me, he doesn't really use emojis and stuff like that. His communications when he's writing are very professional, which is obviously a good thing. You shouldn't put smiley faces over everything as much as I do. But then it's difficult to know if perhaps the other person's getting stressed because there's this impasse. You can't quite get what they're going for. There was one point where Ryan did actually send me an audio message where he'd sung what he wanted, and that was very interesting because he doesn't usually do that. So we got there. It really helped at one point where we had a phone conversation. It got to the point where it was a bit strained, and then we spoke on the phone, and then it was all fine again, and then there was like this renewed sense of purpose, and after that everything flowed very easily. So it was challenging to work by email, but yeah, for the bread and butter of it, yes, it was fine. It was fine. Bit challenging, but we got there.